Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on YouTube. Today's date is Sunday, March 16th, 2025, the Sunday video update before St. Patrick's Day. Now, before I get to anything else in this week's Sunday video update, I just want to say that um, in light of last week's um, technical difficulties with the Sunday video update and getting cut off early, um, unknown and not planned or anything like that. I just want to say that if we don't make it through the hour, um, if the live stream should just happen to stop or whatever happens, that will be the Sunday video update. I don't know what happened last week. I haven't figured out why it acted up the way it did and why it cut off unannounced and unexpectedly. But I do apologize for that, and I just wanted to make that known. So if there's any technical difficulties this week, which I'm hoping there won't be, um, I'm just going to leave it as that, and I will make another announcement in the community tab section of my channel just to make it known that it happened again. And hopefully, we don't have that issue this week. I want to make it through the hour. If you're new here, welcome. I'm usually here for roughly about an hour. Usually, if we don't have any technical difficulties, I'm here from 3 o'clock Eastern time until 4 o'clock Eastern time. And so what I do is basically I just talk about the week in review. I'm usually joined by my dad, but he's not here at the moment. He sits off camera over on the couch over here. Amy, she's out in the kitchen. Amy is my dad's girlfriend. Sometimes she will join in on the live stream. Sometimes she won't. Most of the time lately she hasn't. Um it didn't pull you up. Didn't pull me up. Um okay. Let me check and see what the deal is with that, because I'm going to check my cell phone real quick just to make sure that everything is working properly as it's supposed to. Um, so let's see here. Um, I'm going to go to my channel from my other channel and see what's going on. Now it's showing that I'm live. It's showing that Jared is live. I don't want to play that. I just want to go to, let's see here. I just want to go to the channel where this channel from a different channel. Oh, there it is. Okay, she found it. Great, great. So, um, yeah, I can hear myself. So you can turn the volume down, if you would please. Oh, okay. So we're going to talk about the week in review. So Dad and I went to Home Depot because we're in the process of building a brand new well house for our pump. We've got some posts already in the ground. We've got some OSB boards starting to come. It's starting to look like a pump house. We got some of the walls up. Another one of our USB, the sheets starting to warp because it rained last night. So Dad says it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We should be able to use that board still. So we are in the process of building a well house for our water pump. And I want to thank my cousin Elwood for coming out last week to help us fix it and to help solve some problems and work out some kinks. So thank you, Elwood, for that. And um, yeah, we've just been really super busy around here. I was able to take a nice sit down bath finally because the sponge baths are just not cutting it anymore. Um, Sponge baths, they work, but they're not as efficient as just sit down baths or showers or anything like that. We have a bathtub, we don't have a shower head, so I enjoy my sit down baths very, very much. And I was able to take some sit down baths over the past week since getting that fixed. So I am ever more grateful to my cousin Elwood for um, helping us to fix that problem. And like I said, just to point this out, if I should have any technical difficulties, if I should run into any sudden interruptions during this live stream, I'm just going to end it right where it is. I don't know what's going on with the internet connection. I don't know if it's the camera or if it's the computer or the internet connection. I'm not sure what it is, But I will say that I do come here every week. I at least make an attempt to come on every week and share bits and pieces and details of my life, and especially the week in review. So, the week in review, of course, as I mentioned, we are in the process of building a brand new well house for our pump. And we have someone in chat, goes by the name of Chewing Off My Toenail, who comes in here every week to leave some hilarious comments, which I was laughing at these before we went live because I read them, but I will kindly read them out loud because I think when he leaves the comments in my chat, they're meant to be read off out loud. Some of them are gross, but they're also funny at the same time. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 comments, 8 comments. Okay. So I'm back again and getting these toenails grown. Then he says, I'm dressed as Mrs. Doubtfire and boiling my toenails in a pan of noodles and mixed vegetables. When the toenails are fully cooked, I will clash the pans together in excitement. When removing my toenails, please don't rush me. I have high anxiety. What do you say to that, Amy? Um, if you shout at me, my toenails will curl in fear. um, yeah.
The only issue is I'm not able to see the comments because I had to subscribe to the channel again.
If you talk nicely and calmly while petting my toenails, they will come out again and might want to play basketball. A mouse will sit on my toenails, pinning me to the floor. And last but not least, if the mouse decides to remove a toenail, then I'll have a better Saturday. Thank you. Chewing off my toenail today is not Saturday, it's actually Sunday. But thank you so much, nevertheless, for the comments. It's just these comments are funny. I enjoy the humor. Um, thank you again, chewing off my toenail. I needed a good laugh today. So, um, now tomorrow, St. Patrick's Day. I heard that they're gonna have like a special St. Patrick's Day party at the Pine Run Inn during the Monday flashback when I go out to see Dan. So I'm likely gonna wear like a green cowboy hat with a shamrock on it, and I'm gonna wear a shirt that says "Kiss Me, I'm Irish." So that should be a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna have fun tomorrow night if Dad decides to go, especially um, because Dan mentioned something about a St. Patrick's Day. Uh, they were doing some special stuff for St. Patrick's Day out at the Pine Run Inn. So I will definitely uh, put on my green hat and wear my green shirt that says "Kiss Me, I'm Irish." So, yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I did not leave a link to the Fox Sunday Flashback. All you have to do is go to 103.9 The Fox. It's they have a website, and if you can't find it by doing the www dot, just Google it, 103.9 The Fox, and it'll take you to the station. Then you just go into the upper right hand corner of the screen if you're on a computer. You click on Listen Live, and you can listen to the Fox Sunday Flashback from 7 o'clock tonight until 11. My buddy Dan Richards is going to play all the golden hits from the how do I say this on Facebook? The He'll take us on a time travel back to yesteryear, playing the golden years of music from southern rock, classic rock, and classic country. And that is a hell of a combination. And with this being the Sunday before St. Patrick's Day, I think he's going to play some Irish songs as well tonight. Um, the Unicorn by the Irish Rovers. He's probably going to play some music by Van Morrison and Thin Lizzy, and a lot of the Irish bands or music that pertains to Irish, like whiskey drinking or something like that. Wasn't that a party by the Irish Rovers and the Unicorn by the Irish Rovers? But I think when they did Wasn't That a Party, I think they were just known as the Rovers, I think, but I could be wrong. But in any event, listen to Dan Richards tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Time on 103.9 The Fox, Flint's Classic Rock Authority. And I don't mind plugging the radio station because I help Dan quite a bit with a lot of the music that's played on the air. So I don't mind helping him. He's a really good friend of mine, and we do a lot for each other, and he's really just one of a kind. Um, so I wanted to mention something um, pertaining to childhood cancer. Now, March is Kidney Cancer Awareness Month. I am a survivor. I'm a Wilms tumor childhood cancer survivor, 36 years. A lot of people may not know this, but I am a survivor. I learned some more information, which I think I read off last week before I got cut off unexpectedly during the live stream. But I have returned to advocacy. I'm, I guess I always was an advocate. I came to the realization that just because I didn't own the label, it didn't mean that I still wasn't advocating for children fighting cancer. So it's like, you know what? I claimed moratorium back in 2019, but I don't think I ever really left. It's in my blood. It's in my soul, figuratively speaking. I don't think I ever left. I think I've always advocated for children, even when I wasn't included in the like the social circles and the cliques and things. Because I usually always do things on my own. I'm a loner. I'm an outsider, but I'm actually an insider when it comes to being a member of the demographic. So yeah, I guess I'm still an advocate. I've always been. I never stopped, but I just don't like the direction that the collective direction that advocacy has taken, where we all have to beat to the same drummer. We have to follow the same beat to the same drummer. We can't do anything off kilter or off the rails, or we can't do anything different or something that is not accepted by the bigger, the so-called elites in the childhood cancer world. I, for one, will always do my own thing. I think after 36 years as a survivor, I think I've earned the right to do whatever the fuck I want to do. I've earned it. What's that? I'll do what I want to do when I want to do it. And yes, I do have plans for I'm not going to say what though. I'm not going to put any information out there, but just know I do have plans. And what's that? Yeah, I mean, I've got plans. I've got something up my sleeve. I haven't talked to Dad about this yet, or have I? Oh hell, I don't remember. But yes, I do have plans in the works. I'm not going to announce them on Facebook. I'm not going to announce them here. I'm not going to announce them anywhere because only I know what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. And when I execute my plans, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be wonderful. So I'm really excited about it. And, I guess you could say this is like top secret, top notch stuff. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm just really excited about doing what I've got planned up my sleeve here. So yeah, just know that there's always going to be a Jer Bear, whether anybody likes it or not. I'm always going to want to help people, and I'm always going to want to, now I'm back to raising awareness, and yeah, it feels good to be back. It's kind of weird. Because I don't know how people are going to react to this. I don't know how people are going to respond, but I am back and I'm doing the best I can. I'm going to do the best I can to the best of my abilities, but I'm going to do things differently this time. So we will definitely see how that goes. And I can't wait. I am eager to find out what's going on or how things pan out. So yesterday we had a really strong windstorm and we had some thunderstorms roll through. Non-severe thunderstorms had come through on early Saturday morning. And I think we lost power because when I got up on Saturday morning, the clock was flashing out here in the living room, but the clock and the microwave in the kitchen was still set at the regular normal time. So I'm guessing we lost power momentarily, but it only affected one side of the house. Um, Dad and I went down the road yesterday down by our neighbors, and there is a broken tree limb. It's just snapped in half, and it's kind of, sagging down towards the road, and there's down tree limbs everywhere, branches everywhere. And then when we went down the road here to the corner of the highway and the other road that goes this way, there were some shingles blown off of some houses. So that was some pretty wicked wind yesterday. We were under a wind advisory until midnight last night. And after being 73 degrees yesterday and windy and rainy, we've got snow coming in today because, Pierre, Michigan, we live up to our standard when it comes to ever changing weather conditions. But I expect nothing more or nothing less from the weather. It's always been like this for as long as I can remember. And it's just incredible. It's incredible how things change so quickly, but it's not incredible when people are coming down sick as a result of the drastic weather change. So, but it is Michigan. You've got to come to expect it at some point or another. But yesterday was just crazy. The weather was nuts. What's that?
Well, hello, hon.
Who you talking to?
Behind you.
Behind me?
Yeah.
Oh, Luna.
Dad just came in.
No, he didn't.
Okay, then am I on the right date?
Today is March 16th. All of my live streams are dated.
Yeah, it's not pulling you up.
You probably have to go to my channel. And on the home screen of my channel, you should see the live banner underneath of the profile picture. It'll say live.
It's not showing it on mine, so we'll just take a look at it later, Darren.
Yeah, because I am live and I haven't been interrupted. As far as I know, I'm still live. I can check my phone right now again, and it'll tell me as to whether or not I'm live or if something has been interrupted. So let's see here. I'm going to type in my name, JEREDFULLER. Okay. Yeah, it shows I'm live. I'll even hold it up to the screen. I don't know if you guys can see this, but you can see the little live mark under the bird. See where it says live? It's blurry, but it says live. So, so, so I am live now. Dad's coming in. Hey, Dad, how you doing? We are live on YouTube. You are almost 20 minutes behind schedule, but how you doing, Pop? Good. Yeah, it is cold out there today. I was just telling everybody how we had a horrible, horrible windstorm yesterday. We have just been taking care of business around here, trying to get our new wow house built. And today it's just too windy and cold, Dad says. Is it still windy outside? Because yesterday it was horrible. We were all over the road. Yeah, just so much going on. Oh, and actually, there is some good news coming up for this week, and that is spring officially begins on Thursday. On Thursday, March 20th. I can't wait. But that doesn't mean that the weather's just going to change. It just means that the vernal equinox occurs. That doesn't mean what's that? Well, of course, it's Michigan. We're going to get snow in the springtime. But yeah, that's one bright spot to look forward to this week. And I don't know if Dad is planning on going out to Pine Run tomorrow night, but if we do, they're going to have a St. Patrick's Day celebration, or they're going to have some kind of a party or something going on out there during the Monday flashback too. So I'm going to wear my green. I'm going to wear my green cowboy hat that I think Dan would appreciate. And I'm going to wear a shirt that says "Kiss Me, I'm Irish." But only if a woman really gets drunk enough and decides to come up and give me a smooch. But I highly doubt that will happen. Matter of fact, speaking of relationships, I am talking to a woman. She doesn't live too far away from me, but she lives in an area that I know very well. She is available, and I think she's like maybe 4 or 5 years younger than I am, maybe a little younger, but we've been talking on Facebook, and we're trying to set up a plan, or at least I am, because I want to take her out to dinner and get to know her a little better. And yeah, she doesn't have children. I don't have children. Yeah, she's available. So I'm working on it, folks. I am working on it. I've been talking to her. I gave her my cell phone number already so she can contact me. Um, I'm going to try to make things work, see if things will work out with this woman. But if not, just move on. But I'm not going to be pessimistic about this. I'm really optimistic. I'm really hopeful. I'm not going to get my hopes up just to get them shot down, but I'm approaching this with caution because I don't want to get my hopes up, and I don't want to get too far invested in someone who is not interested in me or doesn't have the same feelings for me as I do for them. So I know what I'm doing. I'm almost 40 years old. I know what I'm doing. I know how to take it. I know which roads to take. And yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. She likes Chinese food just like I do, so that would probably where I take her out on our first date, just to get to know each other and you know enjoy some food and laugh a little bit, have some fun, and yeah. So it's gonna be a great time, I think. Um, and then we'll take her from there and see how it goes. Now, back to the childhood cancer stuff, I wanted to kind of briefly touch on. Um, there's a warrior out there. Her name is Aubrey, and I don't know, for some reason I was blocked from the Team Aubrey Hope Facebook page, but I wanted to put this out there anyway. And this is not an attack on Aubrey's parents because they're going through a lot right now. Aubrey is not doing well by what I hear, by what I understand. And so I just wanted to say that despite the fact that the parents might not approve of me, or they might have heard some bad information about me and then they're just going by what they've heard, I just want to say for the record that my heart still goes out to Aubrey. I still feel bad that she is not doing well. I feel bad that the parents wouldn't have given me a chance and gotten to have known me better and not go by what other people say. But my heart does go out to Aubrey. I feel really bad that she's going through some difficult times, and that's all I wanted to say. My heart goes out to her, and I don't have any ill will or bad feelings towards her parents. They're dealing with enough, and I don't want to add on to the stress for them because it is a very stressful time. But I do think about Aubrey often, and I wonder how she's doing. And I feel bad that they're going through this. By what I understand, Aubrey is not doing well. Her condition is not getting better. It's worsening. And although I can't see the Team Aubrey Hope Facebook page, I do get updates from other people, other pages who report on her situation and on her, updates on her health. So I'm not here. I'm not going to be antagonistic and name calling, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to engage in that. I am genuinely sorry that their child is going through this, and I'm sorry that any child would have to go through something like childhood cancer. But now that I'm back into the game of advocacy and doing things differently, I want to take a different approach at how I handle being discarded or how I handle people who refuse to listen to what I have to say, because I feel as though I've spent many years trying to explain logic and critical thinking to people when you should never have to explain logic and critical thinking to anybody. It's just sad that so many people don't have it. They lack it. But again, I'm not making any any I'm not taking any shots at Aubrey's parents. I truly wish her well, and my heart goes out to her parents too. I mean, this is a very stressful time. In spite of what they've heard about me, which I don't give a fuck what they've heard about me. But as long as they know that I'm thinking about them and I'm keeping Aubrey in my thoughts, and I just it sucks being in that position where you have to watch your children struggle and fight to live. They fight for their lives, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Um, but yeah, it's really rough, and my heart goes out to them wholeheartedly, and I mean that with 100% sincerity. I don't like to see children suffer. That's probably one of my biggest pains in life is to see a child suffer the way Aubrey is. It's just not fair. And that's always been the case. That's always been the case. Again, despite what people say, um, that's always been my biggest pain is seeing other children suffer. And that's what pulled me into advocacy initially in the first place is because I wanted to be there for other families and to show them that I'm going to support them and I'm going to talk with them and maybe perhaps walk them through some of the hardest times of their lives. And there's no guarantees that the children are going to defeat cancer. There's no guarantees that the children are going to die as a result of cancer. There's never any guarantee. The results are never guaranteed. Unless, of course, it's DIPG, and that's pretty much a done deal. There's no cure for DIPG, but I don't want to pass along false hope, but I just want to be someone who these families can lean on if they need a shoulder to cry on or an ear to listen. I will always be here for them. And that was my initial attitude when I first went into advocacy. But as usual, people like to take this advocacy stuff to the next level and they make it so much to the point where the rest of us have to look up to them because they think they're above everybody else. And that's just not going to happen with me anymore. But with Aubrey, I'm not trying to be everything to her or any child. I just want to be someone that these people can turn to if they need somebody to talk to, or if I can help them in any way, financially or otherwise. I'd be happy to help if I can. But my heart goes out to Aubrey. I just wanted to make that statement. Dad, how was your week? Busy. And I ask every week, like, Dad, how was your week? But I live with my dad, so I should know how the week was. However, the people watching at home or wherever you're watching from, you don't know how we live our lives every day or every week. So I introduced that. I turned the floor over to Dad so that way he can explain how his week was or he can share his thoughts. And, I'm always happy to let other people jump in to the conversation. Huh?
My thoughts are,
What?
I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks.
Well, that's a good thought to have. That's a good position to take. Dad says, I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. Well, that's great.
And the discussion.
Me neither.
Fuck 'em.
Me neither anymore. That ship has sailed. And my uncle Rick was actually right when he told me this. He says, Jared, I'm going to tell you something. Actually, he called me J-Rod. My nickname for him is J-Rod. He says, I'm going to tell you something, J-Rod. He says, the older you get, the less of a fuck you're going to give. And I just kind of looked at him like, really? He says, oh yeah, you'll feel it. You'll feel it. The older you get, the lesser of a fuck you'll give. And you'll see it when you get older. Well, now Uncle Rick is gone. I'm almost 40. I'll be 40 next year. And he's right. He was right. The older you get, the lesser of a fuck you give. And so that's my position now. I care about people. That's my default position. I care about everybody until I'm given a reason to not care. So that's where I'm at in life. I care about everybody until I am given a reason to not care. And I will be kind and courteous to everybody. Even if I don't necessarily like the person, I will still be the bigger person and try to do my best to accommodate the needs of other people and live accordingly in a civil manner. My attitudes have totally changed. And it starts with child cancer awareness. I don't think I ever really left, for any number of years now. For a few years I've been saying, look, I'm done with advocacy. Don't call me an advocate. I'm not this. I've always been an advocate. There's no hiding it. There's no getting around it. It's something that is, like I said, it lives within your very person. It's what you are. It's who I am. Even if I don't carry the label, I don't expect star treatment or any special treatment because I carry a special label like advocate. I'm an advocate second and a survivor first. And I put advocate second because a survivor, that's just the underlying current. I'm always going to be a survivor, irrespective of the fact that I call myself an advocate. But advocacy it's second because even if I don't talk about it daily, I'm still a survivor. That's just the thing. And I find it weird that every time I do my Sunday videos, these dogs always need outside. Why do they do this?
You go to the door and I go right up, she won't go. Say, fuck it.
But every time I do my Sunday video, I swear they know when I'm going live or when I'm speaking, then they want you to open the door behind me and they want to be let out, let in. Just fucking stop, guys. I'm kidding. What are you chewing on?
Don't let her have it.
No, you can't chew on this. Now stop it. Get out of
I
here.
don't want the garbage.
Get out of here, goofball. I didn't hit her. I just said, get out of here. Just kind of swooshed my hand. But yeah, I am back in advocacy. I'm not king shit. I don't want to be treated like king shit, but I will continue to do. I'm going to pick up where I left off in 2019, but I'm going to do things differently for the remaining course of however long I really and truly decide to stay in advocacy and continue my efforts. Because in the beginning, initially, I was trying to do what everybody else wanted me to do. And I figured the only way to really ingratiate myself with people or like-minded people is to think like them and behave like them and do everything that they do and speak the language and the platitudes and the hashtags and all that good stuff. I am going to start doing things my way now. Even if I'm not accepted into the cliques and the inner circles is what I call them, because there's people who are just so full of themselves that they think they are above and beyond everybody else. But that is not the case. I will continue to do things for childhood cancer, but I'm going to do them in my way. And like I said, I've already got plans. Now that Dad's here, maybe I can get his attention on some things. Dad, all right, can you come here, please? I have a question for you. Did I tell you I had plans for childhood cancer this year? I don't remember if I did or not. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I'm not giving away specific details, but I got some plans. I got some things I'm going to do. But I'm not, I don't want to divulge information publicly. But I got some plans and I'm excited to see how my plans are executed because I'm really excited about that. I really want to help and I really want to do things and I really want to, I got to be the best person I can be for other people. And I think that's the goal. That's the key. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited about, and before I get to anything else, yeah, if you look at my Facebook, I have started posting ribbons, gold ribbons again. I don't know if that's really going to make much of a difference by posting gold ribbons because I know people think along the lines of symbolism with childhood cancer. I gave that up too for the longest time, but I think for me the gold ribbon now that I'm kind of looking at it from a different perspective now, it's like, well, there's a reason for the gold ribbon. There's a story behind the gold ribbon. And although ribbons themselves aren't going to foster change, it is it's just it represents it is a symbol that represents a demographic. So, I've returned to posting gold ribbons, although previously I said gold ribbons haven't done a fucking thing. And what I meant by that was exactly what I just said. The ribbons themselves aren't fostering change. It's the actions that people take. But the gold ribbon, it comes with the territory of advocacy. And so, yeah, I've had time to really think about things and take a different approach. So I've kind of returned to the old ways, but not quite. I had to make some modifications as to how I approach advocacy efforts. So that's my stance and my take on that. But yeah, I'm really excited about what's to come. I can't wait to see how my plans are executed. It's going to be awesome. Um, I cannot wait to see how things turn out. And and I'm not doing it for popularity or attention. That still remains. I'm not doing this for popularity or attention. I'm doing it to help people, to help other families, even if they're not receptive or opening or accepting of my help. It's not going to stop me from doing it. So I just know who I can and can't help now. And I'm a traitor because I'm drinking Pepsi out of a Coca-Cola glass. I am a traitor. um, I am really I'm just excited to see how things are going to pan out. I mean, it's not all the time that I get as excited about um, doing things in the world of childhood cancer advocacy, but um, I'm actually excited about doing some things again. I'm looking forward to it. And the best thing about this is that I don't have to get into the specifics of what my plans are because they're underground. Only I know what my plans are. No one else knows the specifics. But once I execute on those underground plans, yeah, I mean, I'm still going to know. And whether or not anybody else wants to talk about that is entirely up to them. But I'm going to stop. I'm gonna draw the line there before I say something that, and there's no turning back once I say it. So I'm just gonna change the subject before I make a mistake of saying something I shouldn't. Um, so this week, oh my my voice cracked. It happens sometimes when I get to talking. I'm on a roll when I talk. Um, yeah, tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. I'll probably be out at Pine Run Inn. I don't know if Dad's gonna go, but I'll be there. And um, I'm pretty sure we might be doing more work on the well house this week, but I'm not sure. I'm not positive, but if I had to guess, we might be, depending on the weather and depending on what our other plans are for the week. Um, and I'll probably be doing some grocery shopping this week, probably on Wednesday. I'm not sure what I'm going to be shopping for, but probably I don't know, something for supper, make some dinner. I've been craving because I just made taco salad last week. I made my taco salad last week. It was gone within 24 hours. Um, but I've been thinking about spaghetti and garlic toast. I don't know, it just sounds good. Spaghetti and garlic bread, or I bought a couple boxes of au gratin potatoes. I've never made au gratin potatoes before. I love au gratin potatoes. I love anything potato. Um, so, and I've been told, well, they're not as good as if you slice the potato, peel the potato, and cut them or whatever. Do it homemade or whatever, however you want to put that. Um, I was told that it's not the same, but provided that I've never actually made or prepared au gratin potatoes before, I'm sure it will turn out just as good. Maybe not as good as homemade, but I'm gonna try it. So I got a couple boxes of au gratin potatoes, and I don't know. I'm thinking maybe some chicken to go with it. I love chicken and potatoes. One thing I've really been craving lately that I haven't had in quite a long time is prime rib with baked potato. The last time I had prime rib was up at the Showboat Restaurant in Chesaning, which, by the way, the malt shop is up for sale currently, which I'm really sad about. Um, and I think Pentown Lanes is up for sale for all of my local friends watching this. I'm really sad about that, especially the malt shop. The malt shop has been in Chesaning since the 50s, and they have served a community for well over 60 years now. Um, I'd say maybe over 70 years if we can get closer to the truth. I think about 70 years the malt shop has been in Chesaning, and I'm really sad that it's they got it as a listing in the real estate on Facebook. It's really sad. It's really sad. It makes me sad. Um, but back to what I was saying about Showboat Restaurant, I have prime rib with baked potato. Their salad bar is just off the hook. I love salad, and I am a big, big, big fan of greens, eating my leafy greens and string beans and peas and corn and all that good stuff. But I love salad. I absolutely love salad. And yes, I have notably put some weight on. You can see it in my face a little bit. It's because I've been eating quite a bit. Um, I don't know if it's healthy eating. I drink a lot of pop. I don't know if it's healthy eating, but I'm eating. I'm getting my daily nutrients, and I'm staying fed and drinking pop. And although it's not really healthy to drink a lot of soda or drink a lot of pop, but I do, and it's good. Although it's not the healthiest choice to make, but it's still good. It's fulfilling and satisfying. Last week, I think it was last week, I was at the Golden Corral out in Saginaw, and boy, was that good. That was so good. I loved it. Um, I had 2 plates of, I had mashed potatoes and gravy. I had their chicken. I had their fish. I had their macaroni and cheese. I had their corn. 2 plates, and I was done. I was lucky enough to be able to drive home without falling asleep behind the wheel because I was really stuffed. But their buffet is just incredible. I love Golden Corral. Um, I love the batter that they use on their fish too. I don't know, it's probably just typical shake and bake batter, but or it could be, specific batter meant for fish. But it tasted really, really good. Their batter was just amazing. It's just like, with the prime rib. I'm probably making everybody hungry, but with prime rib, you get the au jus, which is the juice from the steak. So good. Um, and you got the baked potato, and you add the butter and the ranch dressing if you like ranch dressing and bacon bits on your baked potato. I know a lot of people eat it like that. I like it like that. It's pretty good. And I'm making myself hungry as I talk about it. But they have a fine selection at Showboat Restaurant in Chesaning. But I'm really sad to see the malt shop close. Now I don't know if Showboat's up for sale because the Showboat Restaurant and the malt shop, they are just, you know, you just walk through a door and you're already in the other restaurant. So I don't know if they are jointly owned or separately owned, but all I know is I'm sad to see the malt shop be up for sale. Frosty's in Chesaning is open again. They are a little ice cream parlor. They've been there for ages. Even when I was a kid, they were there. Um, Across the street from there is a Chinese restaurant. It's called China King. I don't eat there a lot. I've eaten there, I think maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times at the most. Once upon a time, China King was known as Point Party Shop, and you used to be able to get, I think it's Mooney's ice cream, and you could get money orders and cigarettes and pop and chips and things like that. Um, but that's been ages ago. It's just like the store on M57 if you're going towards Ashley, Michigan. For those of my local friends who know this, at the corner of M57 and Merrill Road, there used to be a convenience store called Pumpkin Center or Pumpkin Center. Now it's a house. Someone actually lives there now. But when I was a kid, we used to go to Pumpkin Center all the time and rent Nintendo games, and we'd buy, snacks, pop and chips, and all kinds of goodies. And that was when we lived in the farmhouse on Chapin Road. So there's so much has changed. So much has changed. Everywhere you go now is just different. And not necessarily for the best either. Everything is changing, and you just got to roll with the punches. Everything is just modernized to keep up with the times. I've been doing a lot of live streams too over on my other YouTube channel, and I've had some trolls come in, and I've got chat mods for that other channel, which they've been doing a remarkable job. But I deal with trolls in my chat quite a bit. They say a lot of horrible, disgusting things, and just I ban them. I hide them from my channel. They will never, they can comment or do whatever they want, but they will never. Nobody else will see their comments except for them. And eventually, they'll get bored with it. They'll get tired of talking to themselves, and then they'll just stop. They'll stop doing what they're doing, and that's kind of the point. I don't really give them a lot of time. They'll say something to me in chat, and then I'll reply to their nonsense with a better nonsensical comment, and I try to keep it clean because there are young viewers on that channel. So I try to be respectful as much as I can, and I try to keep the comebacks comebacky, not swearing or not cursing or saying anything inappropriate or disgusting. Like if they come in my chat being dingbats or whatever, I'll say, okay, bye, dum dum. Consider yourself blocked, and you're done. They don't come here anymore. But if they did come here, they'd be getting the same treatment. So, but on that other channel too, when I do my live streams over there, and they're not scheduled like these ones are, not typically, because on the other channel, I just, whenever I decide to go live, that's when I go live. But here on this channel, the live streams are more scheduled and structured, so that way I know when to go live, and people can expect to see me at this specific time and date on this specific channel. Whereas on the other channel, it's just whenever I go live, that's when I go live. And when the trolls come in, I take care of them. I don't tolerate a lot. There's people I've been nice to on the channel, and they stab me in the back, and then they want forgiveness after I call them out for their bullshit. And I'm not very forgiving after you call me a predator, or after you call me some disgusting whatever. I'm done being forgiving of people who do this. The minute that word comes out of your mouth in a way to insult me, you are finished. Your history. You will never have a place on my channel ever again. Oh, how kind of you to bring me my Pepsi. Dad says I'm one kind motherfucker.
What, you gotta go out now?
Of course they do.
Better go out.
Of course they have to go out because I'm doing a live stream. They do this shit every fucking time without fail. It's like they know when I'm going live. They know when I'm doing something, and then they got to be let out 20 times during the live stream. Go, Luna.
Go out. Oh, you fucking bitch. Don't ask me that yell, 'cause I'll kick you in the fucking head until your asshole bleeds. Go.
No, we're not abusive to our animals. No way. It's like, and it sounds funny to say it, but we're not abusive to our animals, but sometimes I'll tell my dog, it's like, if you don't do what I tell you, I'm gonna tombstone pile drive you. Of course, no one's actually tombstone pile driving our dogs, but it's just an expression. Like, if you don't obey my commands, there's gonna be trouble, but nothing to the tune of animal cruelty. There's nothing to the tune of animal cruelty. Never. We love our dogs. But it's just what we say in the heat of the moment. It's like, if you don't go, you're going to get a John Cena attitude adjustment. If you don't do what I tell you to do. What?
My dog's more than my girlfriend. No, that's pretty fucked up. Eh?
You love your dogs more than your girlfriend? I don't know about that. Toenail came in this week. Chewing off my toenail. He came back this week. Oh, we're always joking around. But we don't abuse our animals. I guarantee you, we do not abuse our dogs. We love our dogs very much. They are very well taken care of, fed and watered every day, and loved up on, and given attention. And yeah, you have to scold them once in a while. They're dogs. They have to learn, but we're not abusive to them.
He's old. He can't make it.
Yeah, he's up there in age. He's an old timer. Yeah. And the thing that sucks too is when it gets so dark in here, he blends in with the dark. And I trip over him, and then he yelps, and it's like, oh fuck, I'm so sorry, Barkley. I'm so sorry. And I'm getting down, petting him and kissing him, and it's like, come on, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. But we love our dogs. There is nothing we wouldn't do for our fur babies.
So, the fuck is going on with Just Name?
Well, that's what I was talking about. The malt shop is up for sale. I don't know if Showboat Restaurant is.
We're closing it down.
Pentown Lanes is up for sale. Frosty's is still open. I think the back 40 is even up for sale. So everything in Chesaning is just kind of going bye-bye. The taxes, I know the taxes are very high in Chesaning. And there they go again. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, Loon. Scruffy, come on, buddy. But anyway, yeah. Dad was a little late on that conversation because we had already talked about that. We discussed it. But hey, there's only 8 minutes left in the show. And I think we made it to a full hour this week without any interruptions, without any problems. Yay. Maybe it was just a glitch in the internet. I don't know. It happened quickly and unexpectedly, and I don't know what the deal is, but we're back. We're back on again this week. Maybe it worked itself out. I don't know. But I do know that I had to update the Windows updates on the computer. So I'm thinking that's what happened. That when they were sending the update to my computer, it slowed it down to the point where it interrupted my live stream. But this week we seem to be smooth sailing. We're going the full hour, which I'm okay with. I'm fine with that. Oh, the Muffler Man's opening up again. Okay. Yeah, because I need an oil change for my car. I haven't had an oil change in that car for a while. Yeah, and if you guys haven't noticed, Luna, our female dog, she had her first bleed. She had her first, or her second. Her second bleed, meaning that she's getting ready to, her body is. Yeah, she's at the age or at the point now where she can reproduce, have puppies. We don't need any more dogs. We don't want any pups. And Scruffy, the male dog, has been really aggressively dominant when it comes to trying to mate with her, and yes, even Barkley, our male dog. It's just a dominance thing. They're dogs. I mean, that's what they do. Yeah, I mean the pups would look really ridiculous.
Long legs with short hair, look like a sheep.
Yeah, or short legs with like a fluffy, because Scruffy has all that curly, fluffy hair, and he'd have short, that it wouldn't look right. it would look weird. Um, but yeah, I mean, we tried covering it, and put a diaper on her, and she took it off, I think. Yeah. She got sick this morning, and I cleaned it up for her, and I don't know. They just Scruffy, this little dog here, licking Luna. He has been aggressively dominant with the other dogs. Not fighting aggressive, like sexually dominant. Like he just doesn't know when to stop. Dad got another truck, by the way. I don't think we mentioned that, did we? Yeah, Dad got another truck from our good friend, our lifelong family friend. He's a really super nice guy. He was even willing to help us with our well, but he actually didn't have what we needed. But he offered anyway, and he's a hell of a nice guy. He's known my mom since she was 13, 14 years old, since she was a little girl. And he says nothing but wonderful things about my mom, even now that mom's gone. And I still get asked from time to time, Jared, how are you taking not having mom around anymore? And my quick answer to that is one day at a time. That's all I have. All I have is today. So, and that's what she would want me to do. She would want me to get on with my life and keep doing what I'm doing. So I think that's part of the reason why I went back to advocacy, because I think that's what mom would want. She told me, and she made me promise her before she passed away, that I would continue doing my thing. She says, keep doing what you're doing and keep helping kids and keep making people happy and keep being you. Just never stop being yourself. And so I think that's one of the reasons why I returned to advocacy. I think it's because I promised mom that I would continue. So I'm going to make do on that promise that I made to her. And of course, there's children out there who need to know that there are people on their side, and it helps more when you have someone like me, when I've been through all that chemo and radiation, and I know what it's like to lose my hair and go through all the symptoms of chemo and all that stuff. And when you're neutropenic, and when you have a fever that just won't go, it's continuous. It's a continuous fever. Yeah, I know about all that stuff. It's called being febrile, when you have a fever that is just long lasting. But anyway, guys, we are down to the final 2 minutes of the Sunday video update. I want to thank all of you for stopping in and indulging me this week. It's been awesome. It's been a pleasure continuing to come on every week. Even though I get interrupted from time to time with the dogs being let out or technical difficulties with the computer and the internet connections and things like that, I always have a wonderful time coming here and talking to everybody and sharing with everyone how my week is. It's it's going. I'm surviving every day. I'm doing what I got to do. Yeah, come into the chat. The chat log is open. For the longest time, it wasn't, because I was trying to keep the trolls away, but we got that situated now. They're never gonna, and if they do, they get dealt with accordingly. So yeah, if you want to come in and open up a discussion, open up dialogue, that'd be great. So, Dad, final word before we go?
Yeah, just take care of yourselves and keep in touch.
Yeah, for sure. Amy?
Peace out, be safe.
Peace out and be safe, as Amy says.
Stay warm.
And stay warm. Yeah, I can't believe what a difference 24-hour makes, huh? What a difference 24 hours makes, because we were at 73 yesterday and now we're only down to what, 37 today. So we are done for this week's edition of Sunday Video Update. Hey, we made it the full hour. Woo! No interruptions, technical interruptions. So we made it the full hour. I love y'all very much. I'll be back again next week. Now that I'm confident that I'll be back next week. Next week's date is the 23rd, I believe. And yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. We're all a little Irish, right? On St. Patrick's Day. I am. I've got Irish and German ancestry, the red hair, of course, and I love potatoes. Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have done that. I wish I wouldn't have drank so much whiskey. Yeah. But anyway, I love you guys. I'll be back next week. Oh, Barkley says he loves you guys too. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.